Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I wish more of our delegates were here because we have a vote. And do we have somebody in the translation booth? No, okay. So, perhaps, Stephen, perhaps I could prevail on Brother Bill Greendyke, who has just arrived. Would you be able to come up and translate? Thank you. I'm sorry. We normally have someone in the booth. Huh. Yeah.
My voice is pretty soft.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, does anyone know where other delegates are? I don't know if you could.
¿Alguien sabe dónde están los demás delegados?
Juan Farias, Juan Hoyos.
Sí, she's going to go call.
Victor Oyarce, or Jose Oyarce.
Yeah. So you have a vote, and then they need to vote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've had a problem where a number of people have taken off sightseeing someday. So the first night, all three of these sections were filled, and there were some back in.
Okay,
But starting yesterday,
So much to see, huh?
Yeah. Yes, they need to. We may just wait a moment till we can, if they go over to get some more of the delegates.
Vamos a esperar un momento hasta que vayan a buscar a los demás delegados. Brother Harold, at 100 years old, I can't.
Can you believe it? Unbelievable. And he's still going
I
strong.
remember seeing him in Mexico on the treadmill when he was 90, and I thought, this is the trick.
While we were waiting, there are two statements and one resolution.
Mientras que esperamos, hay dos declaraciones y una resolución.
And the English is on the platform up here on this side.
El inglés se encuentra aquí en la plataforma, de este lado,
And the Spanish versions are up on this side.
y el español está de este lado de la plataforma.
Yes.
Okay, they
What's
asked
that?
me to pass them out.
No, we want people just to pick them up as they want them. And then if we need to print more, we will. Did someone go over to check? Okay. Yeah. Because I don't think any of the Chilean members are here.
¿Cuál tema? O sea, los temas aquí. No sé, yo creo que sí vienen en un folleto. He's asking me if the topics come out in Spanish, will it be available in Spanish? I don't know how they've been in Spanish.
Oh, the
He's asking-
resolution?
Sí, the resolutions.
The resolution the messages.
The messages, yeah.
We may have them later, yeah.
Quizás más tarde se publique. Okay,
Yeah.
he said maybe they send it by email or so.
Yeah, the videos are on the ICC website.
Yeah, and you could, there's a live streaming too. There's been a live
yes,
streaming, yeah.
right. But as far as on paper,
Right. It's hard to do that, yeah.
yes. Okay. Has anyone gone over?
¿Alguien ha ido a buscar a los delegados, por ejemplo, de Chile y otros países? I don't see Hector Oriarce, some of the Chileans, yeah.
Yeah, Hector.
I just said hello to them.
Juan Farias, Juan
Yeah,
Hoyos, Esteban Acevedo.
Yeah.
None of them are here.
Where do they go locally here in Philadelphia? Or do
They
go-
probably are over in the gym eating,
okay,
but
okay,
I
okay,
wanted
yeah.
someone to go over.
Yeah.
You probably should, just to make sure.
So is Ken in Brazil, or is he located locally?
He's back
Okay.
in the country, some of his health problems and
Yeah,
so forth.
yeah. Este lado es inglés.
Yes. Okay, while we wait, let's sing hymn 22 in our chorus books.
Mientras esperamos, vamos a cantar el himno 22, himno número 22. El himno 22.
Okay. Okay. I would like to ask our brother Sergio Gonzalez to open in prayer, if he would.
Voy a pedir al hermano Sergio González que abra con oración.
Amen. Amen. Okay, this is the time that has been designated for the election of the ICCC Executive Committee,
Este es el tiempo en el cual se elige el comité ejecutivo del ICCC,
as well as the officers.
también los oficiales.
And so, on behalf of the Executive Committee, we recommend that the present slate be re-elected with the exception of Reverend Arlene Fidel.
De parte del comité ejecutivo recomendamos que el mismo plataforma de personas sean elegidos con la excepción de
Arlene Fidel.
Arlene.
Yeah, that's the man.
Okay, Arlene Fidel.
Yes. Reverend Fidel went to be with the Lord due to COVID back in 2020.
En el año 2020 el pastor Fidel fue a la presencia del Señor debido a COVID.
Yes. I would like to read the names of the executive committee.
El hermano va a leer los nombres del comité ejecutivo.
Okay. Reverend Brad Zell, Reverend Nadir Carreño, Dr. Nelson Arriagada, Reverend Dr. Suiwa Kwek, Reverend Hal Ricker, Reverend Ken Olson, Reverend David Lewis, Bishop Dr. Thomas Abraham, Reverend Esteban Acevedo, Reverend Daniel Cueva, Reverend Dominique Epo, Reverend Juan Farias, Reverend Juan Hoyos, Reverend Gary Johnson, Reverend Joy Matthew, Reverend James Mwangangi, Reverend Jose Hector Oyarce, Reverend Stephen Ricker, Reverend Yap Kim Sin, and Reverend Jose Vasconcelos. Okay, so we will take a vote on the block unless anyone wants to consider anything separately.
A menos que hay un comentario acerca de esto, vamos a tomar un voto sobre todo el bloque de nombres, o sea, no por cada uno, sino el bloque total.
Okay, so all in favor of the re-election of the executive committee as stated?
Todos los que están a favor de reeleccionar al grupo que se ha mencionado, por favor, raise a hand.
All in favor say aye.
Decir aye, sí.
Opposed?
Los que no están a favor,
Okay, this class has been re-elected.
entonces el grupo ha sido reelegido.
We also are proposing the addition of 4 additional executive committee members.
También estamos proponiendo añadir 4 miembros al comité ejecutivo.
With the passing of Reverend Fidel, we would like to add 2 from the Philippines.
Con el fallecimiento del pastor Fidel, que quisiéramos añadir 2 de las Filipinas.
Reverend Luis Sejo and Reverend Tio Pica, who are leaders in the Philippines Council of Christian Churches.
Son dos pastores que son líderes en el Consejo de Iglesias Cristianas en las Filipinas.
Both of them desired to be here, but they couldn't get their visas.
Ambos querían estar aquí, pero no pudieron conseguir sus visas.
Yes. And then the other two are from Kenya.
Hay otros dos del país de Kenia.
Bishop Richard Kavai, who you saw on the video, he is the president of the East Africa Christian Alliance.
Es un obispo que ustedes vieron en el video. Él es presidente de Alianza en el occidente, en África Occidental.
Okay, and then Bishop Jeffrey Buliba,
Y otro obispo, Jeffrey Bolívar,
who is the General Secretary of the East Africa Christian Alliance.
que también es secretario general de la Alianza de la África Oriental, perdón, no occidental, sino oriental.
So, all in favor of these proposed additions, please signify by saying aye.
Todos los que están a favor con estas adiciones, por favor, indican con la palabra aye.
Opposed?
¿Alguien que está en contra?
Okay. These have been now added to the executive committee,
Entonces, estos hermanos han sido añadidos al comité ejecutivo
and their term will begin at the end of this Congress.
y su término, su primer año comienza al final de esta conferencia.
Okay, then the Constitution requires the election of officers.
También nuestra Constitución requiere que haya oficiales que sean elegidos.
Okay, and the proposed officers that the executive committee has given
Los oficiales que propone el comité ejecutivo
are Reverend Brad Zell, President,
pastor presidente,
Reverend Ken Olson, General Secretary, Reverend Nadir Carreño, First Vice President, Reverend Hal Ricker, Second Vice President, Reverend Juan Hoyos, Third Vice President, and Reverend David Lewis, Treasurer. And so, all in favor of this slate of officers, please signify by saying aye.
todos los que están a favor de esta plataforma de oficiales, si puede indicar con su sí, con su aye.
Okay, opposed?
¿Alguien en contra?
Okay, the motion carries.
La moción ha sido aprobada.
A couple other matters of business.
Algunos asuntos más de asuntos negocios.
We have a media commission,
Tenemos una comisión de media, de los medios,
and we are proposing to retain the two present leaders.
proponemos mantener los dos miembros de esa comisión de los medios que tenemos.
Reverend Fernando Oces for the chairman of that committee,
El presidente, el pastor Osos,
and Reverend David Kiesbert as vice chairman.
y el vicepresidente, el pastor David Kisper.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Todos a favor, indican con su palabra aye, por favor.
Aye. Opposed?
¿Alguien en contra?
Okay. Then it's always a joy when we have new members to be considered.
Siempre es un gozo cuando haya nuevos miembros para considerar.
With our website becoming more and more well seen,
Con el hecho de que nuestro sitio web se ha visto mucho más que antes,
we've had quite a few applications.
hay bastantes solicitudes.
Some are would not work well with the ICCC.
Con algunos no podemos colaborar con la CIC.
We have had one group that isn't even Protestant,
Un grupo incluso que ni aún es protestante ha solicitado.
and we had several that had ties with Pentecostalism and charismatic.
Y otros tenían vínculos con pentecostales y carismáticos.
Yes, but the two that have that are being proposed to bring to you are the Rhema Bible School in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo,
El primero es una escuela bíblica Rema en Kinshasa, que es en el República Democrático de Congo.
and this you heard Brother James Mwamba this morning,
Han escuchado esta mañana al hermano Mwamba,
and so that is being brought before you. So all in favor, I'll just say the executive committee looks carefully at the application,
el comité ejecutivo examina y escudriña muy bien a cada solicitante
and the doctrinal statement,
y su declaración doctrinal,
and we're concerned with both faith and practice.
y nos importa mucho la fe tanto como la práctica.
So a group may have good doctrine but have some unethical practices.
Puede ser que un grupo tenga buena doctrina, pero prácticas que no sean tan buenas.
So anyway, we do recommend the Rhema Bible School.
Así, habiendo dicho todo eso, recomendamos la escuela bíblica Rema.
And they fall under the category of associate member.
Ellos serían miembros afiliados, asociados.
So all in favor of accepting this group into membership?
Todos que están a favor de aceptar esos dos grupos en la membresía, por favor indican con su aye.
Please indicate by saying aye. Opposed?
¿Alguien que está en contra?
Okay, the other group is the Evangelical Alliance of Italy.
El otro grupo es una alianza evangélica de Italia.
It's a small group,
Es un pequeño grupo
and they are not part of the World Evangelical Alliance.
no forman parte del Consejo Evangélico Mundial.
And our General Secretary, Ken Olson, and I have both corresponded with them quite a bit.
Nuestro secretario general Ken Olson y yo hemos correspondido, nos hemos comunicado con ellos bastante.
And Professor Barrile has indicated that their group agrees with our position on separation.
El profesor que es director de ese grupo se ha indicado que están a favor de lo que nosotros afirmamos.
And with the doctrinal stand of the
Y
ICCC.
con también las opiniones doctrinales de la CIC.
And this group is located on the west coast of Italy.
Este grupo se ubica en la costa occidental de... Gracias. Ese grupo se ubica en la costa occidental de Italia.
Not working, is it?
They're going to turn it on.
Oh, okay. So the ICCC does not interfere with the internal workings of any church or group.
La CIC no se entremete en los funcionamientos internos de cualquier grupo.
But to be a member or to remain a member, they must agree with the position of the ICCC.
Sin embargo, para que sean miembros de la CIC, tienen que estar de acuerdo con lo que afirmamos.
And very few churches have ever been dismissed,
Muy pocas iglesias han sido despedidas,
but we do continue to watch each group and seek their their counsel and their fidelity.
Pero siempre observamos cada grupo para ver su consejo, también su fidelidad en cuanto a los temas.
It's very difficult when we're on another side of the world to ascertain everything.
Cuando estamos a otro lado del mundo, a veces es difícil escudriñar cada cosa y saber a ciencias ciertas.
Okay, so all in favor of receiving the Evangelical Alliance of Italy, please indicate by saying aye.
Todos los que estén a favor de que se añade el grupo evangélico de Italia, por favor, indica con su palabra aye.
Opposed?
¿Alguien en contra?
Okay, I believe, Pastor Olson, can you think of anything else that we need to bring up? I think that's all the business that had to come before. We have a final business session on Wednesday, so if there's anything else we can bring
Creo
up.
que eso es todo los asuntos que hay que tratar. Había una reunión última sobre los asuntos y eso es todo lo que por ahora.
Okay, I would ask all the executive committee members here to stand up, if you would.
Si por favor pueden ponerse de pie cada uno de los miembros miembros ejecutivos. Si pueden ponerse de pie, por favor.
Okay. I know that several have gone back to their hotel not feeling too well.
Varios han ido a su hotel que no se sienten muy bien de salud.
And we thank the Lord for the work of the executive committee through the years.
Le damos gracias al Señor por la obra, el trabajo del comité ejecutivo a través de los años.
Okay, I appreciate Brother Greendyke translating for us today.
Agradezco al hermano Bill por traducir, no hay problema, hermano.
And he did quite a bit to get here.
Sí. Sí, fue una odisea para llegar aquí. Salí de la casa a las 4:30 ayer, la mañana, y llegué hoy a las 8. O sea, ya.
So how many hours?
28 horas para llegar de Michigan.
Yes, so
Pero, sí.
many hours.
Había un clima muy feo, parece.
Yes.
Sí.
So, okay. Well, I would like to ask David Lewis, our treasurer, if he would close this session in prayer.
Voy a pedir al hermano David Luis que cierre con oración.
Yes. Okay. That would be good, yes. So,
La pregunta es cuándo y a dónde sería la próxima el próximo congreso.
yes. So, we have had an invitation from the East Africa Christian Alliance
Hemos recibido una invitación de la Alianza de la África Oriental.
And so they have graciously invited us for July or August 2026.
Nos han invitado para julio o agosto de 2026, Dios mediante.
Yes, and the idea is to have it in Nakuru, Kenya.
La idea sería tenerlo en una ciudad que se llama Nakuru, en Kenia.
But the executive committee will have to look at all the details as far as cost and transportation
Pero el
and whatever.
comité ejecutivo va a averiguar todo en cuanto a costo, transporte y todo eso.
So if all in favor of this, please indicate by saying aye.
Todos los que estarán a favor de eso, por favor, indican con su palabra sí o ay.
Opposed?
¿Alguien que no está a favor?
Okay. So Reverend Andali, are you ready for us?
Están. Was that the one back there? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Well, we've had our prayer, and so we'll be dismissed until the next
Okay.
meeting.
Estamos despedidos hasta las 3, ¿no? A las 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock?
I was the
3 o'clock. A las 3. A las
3 o'clock.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Okay. Hasta las 3 de la tarde, media hora.
Okay.